Hello everyone, my name is Saksham Dikshit and this is my channel Pentest Diaries. So today I'll give you a walkthrough of one of the machine of Valhalla. The name of the machine is Gemini Inc. V1. Okay, so in this video I'll try to cover the complete step-by-step steps for this video. What are the things we have to get it cover and what are the steps we have to take it for it to get it compromise this machine completely. So let's go to my system now and we'll see how to get it compromise this machine. So this machine name is Gemini Inc. and from this location you can download this file. You simply have to download this file and then import it on your machine. So I've already imported on my machine and it's already started. Okay, so make sure that you have to put the NIC card as like where you have the attacking machine in the same pool network itself, so that we can able to discover this IP address belongs to this target machine. Okay, so now we'll take it forward and the first command which we have to run it from our side just to get it identify the IP address of that machine which we have imported on our virtual machine. Okay, so we have to wait for it to get it identify the IP address. So over here we can see that the IP address it's 192.168.21.160. Okay, so now what we have to do, now we have to go for the nmap just to identify what are the actual ports is running on this target machine. Okay, yeah, so just wait for a couple of more minutes. Okay, so we'll get that port 22 and port 80 over here itself. So now we'll take it forward with port 80 and let me open the browser and put it the IP address. Okay, so we are seeing some directory listing over here. Let me click on this test2 and I'm getting some page itself. Okay, so when I click on the admin section, click on, I think I have already logged in. Let me get it out. Okay, now I'll be out. Okay, so when I click on login, it's asked me the credentials. Okay, so I try a couple of combination early to get it login, like admin. It's not working. Other combination also I tried a couple of times, but after that suddenly I find this type of video over here. It's on YouTube, which is available for the same setup, and I'll put it the link of this video also in this write-up so that you can able to find it. So over here I'm seeing this like what are the default credentials. So suddenly I just get that information. The default credential looks over here is at admin in 1234. So let me try that whether it's working or not. So by this way you can see we can able to get it login. Okay, this is the first thing which we are getting inside of it. And now once we get it inside of it, we'll try to go for the profile section for it. So I'll click on my profile. Once I go inside of it, I'll click on edit profile. Okay, and in the display name we can try a couple of things just to get it know like what are the stuff we are getting. We can get it over here itself. Okay, let me try for the XSS first. Let me try to get it save. Okay, and then go to the my profile once again and we can see that we can get the pop-up. Okay, so this looks like display name looks like vulnerable. Okay, we'll go to the next section for it, and now I'll try for one of my file which I have already created in my base machine itself, that I call it as, let me try to pull that. Okay, so I've already put it the content of it. It's over here. I'll try to fetch that location of the file itself over here. Okay, so let me try to pull this directly. Click on edit profile once again. I'll try to put that content. Okay, in the meantime we'll have to run this one also, php -S with the 00000:8082, as it's a listener only we are running it over there, and by which we trying to get it fetch this one. Okay, so just to do that, it's like work like a Python one only, Python-m simple HTTP server. I'm using over here a PHP one. Okay, so that's the difference. So what we have to do now, we simply have to go to the edit section, remove this stuff, and I'll try to put my content. So in place of the file name, I'll try to put the passwd. I'll show you that what I'll put to the content. Rest everything looks like the same. We simply have to change the file name as /etc/passwd, and I'll click on save. And now again I'm going to the my profile section, and I'll go to the export section, and then we'll go down, and we can see that we can get that passwd content of it. Okay, so we can see like this is one of the user, we have it, and other than that couple of steps we can get it by this way. Okay, this is one of the case by which we can fetch it out the passwd. Now I'll go ahead further with that, and my ultimate goal is just to get that private key. Okay, just to get the private key, I'll try to put this one. So let me go back to that once again. Okay, let me go to my profile, then I'll go to the edit. Okay, so over here make sure that the IP address of your base machine should be correct. Like over here my IP address is 192.168.21.46. I'm not sure about your system, so you have to get it added over here, and make sure that the listener on which the PHP listener is running over there itself, you have to make it at appropriate port over here, so that we can fetch this file 1.php. Okay, by that way only I'll try to fetch this content id_rsa. Let me save this content and go to the admin section, my profile, action, export, and I can see I can able to get this one. Okay, I get the private key now. So I already have copied this private key on my base system itself. So let me try to check once again id_rsa. So I'll just check like the things it's already in place. Let me try to change the permissions for this. Okay, and then I'll try for it the SSH one. Wait a minute. SSH-i score. Okay, and we try for it what's the username. We have to look around for the username also. So I think instead of putting the username, we already know by the passwd that there is a username, it's Gemini. Okay, so this one we have to use it over here, and we'll simply have to click enter, and we can get inside of it. Okay, once we inside of it, we simply have to go further with that, and we ultimate goal is just to get the flag out of it. Okay, so what's the next step for it? I have to look around for what are the permissions belongs to this user. So just to get it identify that permissions, we simply have to run this command. Okay, and we'll wait for it. We can see like a couple of steps is over here itself. And one of the thing which we looks like fishy over here, like list info. Okay, let me try to run this directly for me. Okay, so I can see like couple of logs related to that itself, which we are trying to, like, it's a type of service itself just getting started, and we are seeing something in the logs format. Okay, so what happened, like we'll go to the temp section now, and now we simply have to go for it actually just to get that root privileges. We are trying to make it one of the file with the date name and putting /bin/sh inside of it with the echo command. Now change the permission of this date file to 777 so that we have the full rights of it, and then we have to make it a echo $path. Okay, it's already in place. Okay, perfect. And now export path with WinPath temp. The exact path we have to mention over here, so that path I have also have provided over there. And now once again I try to run this /usr bin and list info once again, and let me check anything is over there. I think we are already inside of the root, like a root. Okay, let me try to see. Okay, the flag and the flag.txt, we can see the content of it. So I'll give a summary of this machine once again. We simply have to run the nmap, and by that way we can able to identify like the port 22 and port 80 is running over there itself, and by that we just take it forward, and we'll go to the port 80 and just try to see like what are the applications running over there itself. The data listing is just a first thing which we can see it on our screen. We have to click on one of the folder which is showing in the data listing, and we'll get some page out of it. there is a login page which is present on that website, and we'll try brute forcing from our side but couple of ways, but it's not working for it. Then I'll figure out one of the video which is available on YouTube. I try to see couple of default credentials present over there itself. I try to use the same credentials on my application. By that way I can able to get it login. When I go inside of that application, I go to the profile section itself. In the added profile section and then the display name section, I'll just try to put it a access script and it's get it popped. It looks like it's a vulnerable section. Then I'll take it forward and I'll just make it one PHP file on my base system and make it a listener also of the PHP on port 8082, and then after that I'll take it forward with that and try to put the content to get it fetch that file, and whatever the content we try to fetch it out of that target machine. So firstly we'll go for the passwd file, then we go for the id_rsa, and by that way we get the content of id_rsa. We'll put it on our base system itself, changing the permissions and try to get it login with a Gemini. Okay, with a Gemini user, when we go inside of him, we'll try to see that permissions for that user, and once we get that permission, we know that these are the files having the appropriate permissions for it. We'll try to open that file first just to get it run in the list info, and we'll get some information out of it, like it's a type of log services type of stuff is running over there itself. Then we go inside of the temp folder, we'll try to make it one file with a name date, try to put it /bin/sh inside of it, and then try to get it path with this file itself, date, okay, in the temp folder itself. And when we try to run it, that file once again, and by that way I'm be a root user, I'll go inside of the root folder and then the flag we can be able to see it. That's all about the stuff which I'll try to get it covered in this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel. If you like to connect with me, please connect me on LinkedIn. The LinkedIn profile link I'll provide it in the description section of this video. If you like to give any feedback, please put it the feedback in the comment section of this video. Thank you so much once again. Take care. Bye bye.